Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Naomi and we are back with another video. Today we are going fishing again. I found some gas that didn't have a 5 in front of it, and if you watched the last video, you know I'm on the West Coast currently. I am at Safeway. Thank you, Safeway. I can't do the 5. I can't pay the 5.
I ain't paying the 5.
I can't give them the $5 for no gas. I'm not doing it. So this gas is wonderful for this area, for the West Coast. If you know, you know. We're gonna get some gas and we're gonna get back on the road and get to the fish. I'm excited. Fishing day. It is a crazy world when you get excited to see those types of prices, but here we are, the West Coast. Gotta love California, but yeah. We are back on the road. I just had a conversation. A gentleman saw my hat and stopped and talked to him while I was at the gas station, and he is a pro bass fisherman. So he gave me a spot to go fish at, and he gave me some, I'm sure, great advice, because he's a pro. So I think he knows I'm pretty sure he knows what he's talking about. And he was an older gentleman, and he said he's been fishing his whole life. But he told me about a spot, so we are going to Shasta Lake Dam, and he told me how to get there, which way to go when I get there. I did go and get a California fishing license, and for those of you that caught my last fishing vlog, I did get a new rod and reel set up, because we all know that we're here for the last trip. What happened with my last reel, if you watched to the end. If you didn't, go back and check that video. Yeah, but I've got a new rod and reel. I've got some local information that I think will be helpful for this fishing trip. And it is some beautiful scenery. I am so glad to be back at Shasta Lake on my, not fishing vlog, but my last vlog where I was driving back from Oregon, which I am now. I just had a beautiful visit with my grandbabies again up in Oregon, and we are back in California now. So I said the last time that I was gonna make sure I stopped and did some fishing at this lake the next time I come through here, and that's what we're doing today. To all my fellow water drinkers, first stop, restrooms. But isn't this beautiful? Just wait. Look at that. All this beautiful water. Now I know we can catch some fish in all of this, right? Come on now. So let's go check this restroom out and see and hope that there are no wild creatures in here. Okay, I'm assuming that's for Smokey the Bear, to keep him out of there and his friends. Let's hurry up. Okay, be right back. All right, y'all, we are headed down the steps on the trail. I've got my backpack. I've got my new rod and reel set up. Whew, okay. Now let's see how this goes. This is so beautiful. Like, oh my God. I'm here for the beauty, but I'm also here for the fish. All this beautiful water. So the guy told me at the gas station, the Bass Pro that I talked to, that there are crappie, 2 types of salmon, bluegill, of course catfish, and I forgot what else. Let's go. So do y'all think we should try those rocks right there? Or there is this area here, but there are some people down there swimming. They're about to go swimming, so I don't know, we'll see. I was told that there is a trail that goes around to the boat launch, but y'all know how that turned out. If you watched my last fishing expedition, no, I don't want to be around a bunch of boats launching. So this trail leads down to the sticks I just showed you guys here, and the people swimming. And then there's a trail that goes up and around. And I think I'm gonna try here first, because for some reason, YouTube keeps showing me videos of mountain lions and bears. And yeah, like I said, I'm not a hay bear girl, and I'm not in shape to outrun a small child. So yeah. All right, let's see what we can do down somewhere around here. Maybe I can walk around the line here. There's the dam. And there aren't really a whole lot of boats on the water today. There are a few.
I wonder if there's any sand spots.
What?
Any sand spots.
No.
Probably not, huh?
All right, so I am gonna just see what's around this side. Let's see how this goes. Oh, okay. I think I like that little area. You can see over there where the sticks are. Let's see if we can get around there safely. Be right back. So I made it around that bend, and now this is a little straighter right here. Okay, y'all, let's see if this is a good spot for us. I do not know. I did get a new rod and reel. I got an ugly stick. And I am proud of myself because I had to set up this line myself. It did not come with line on it. I got 8 pound. I had 6 pound on the other rod that I had, but for some reason here they didn't. He said they rarely carry 6 pound. I don't know if that's because of the area and the type of fishing that people do here or what, but he had 8 and 10 pounds, so I went with the 8 pound test line monofilament. I did learn how to tie a Palomar knot. Yay me. So let's hope this stays on here this time, unless it's something very, very heavy. I do have a swivel on here, and then I can't remember the size of this hook, but I'm going with a night crawler this time. I kind of halfened him, but yeah. So I'm gonna see what this night crawler does to me. I do have some split shots further up. I don't know if that's far enough up yet, but we shall see. Y'all know how I do. But yeah, and then I'm not gonna put this bobber on there yet because I wanna cast and retrieve. But this is the type of bobber that I was saying I prefer and that I was used to, the weighted bobber. That's easier to put on, take off, and you can see it in the water better. So let's see how this goes today. Everybody that commented with all that great advice in my last fishing video, thank you so much, because I needed all of it, as you can see. But my memory is bad, so if you see me again doing something that I should not be doing, I do know my cast is horrible. I do need to practice that. It's hot out here. I'm gonna do it at a cooler time. Just practice my cast. But yeah, thank y'all so much for all that great advice. I really appreciate it. Forgot to check the time. I said I was gonna give myself like an hour in this spot and then change locations if I need to. I'm sorry if I keep looking around, y'all. I'm just, trying to be careful. And somebody did tell me too that I need to get some like bear spray too if I'm gonna be out in this area. It's a good idea to have that other than just the thing. You can never have too much protection. Okay, so it's a glare on this screen, but hopefully y'all can see this. I'm gonna show you how I know my mind probably don't work like other people's minds. But when I saw this floating up, I still don't know what that is. But when I saw it floating this way, I don't watch too many drug dealing movies. I know for a fact. Blow came to mind. Yeah, that was the first, but several. And we are in California. And I can now tell that it's some type of piece of wood, but I don't know why it looked like it was wrapped in plastic. And let me shut up. I already said too much, but I had to say that because I cannot be the only person that thinks like this. Okay, anyway, back to fishing. Okay, it did float out of the water on up to the shore, right to me. It's been too good to be true. But anyway, it is not wrapped in plastic. It is a piece of wood from somewhere. And there's proof. No plastic, nothing inside. For all of us that think like that, not this time. Okay, for real, back to fishing now. Okay, we are gonna go back up and around this curve up the trail to where we parked and end up hopefully on the other side of there. I was told there's another fishing spot on the other side of there, but it's where the boats are coming from. And we all know, let's not forget. Well, yeah, let's forget how that turned out last time. But yeah, we're gonna end up on the other side of there. Oh, dear sweet baby Jesus. Whew. Again, I'm out of shape. Oh, goodness. Best thing about this is I will be in shape by the time I'm done with all of this. Come on, let's go. I would like to take this time to give thanks for whoever thought enough of me. Do you hear me? Thought enough of me. They were thinking of me when they created air conditioning. Thank you. If you've been here for previous vlogs, you know me and heat are not friends all the time. And today is one of those days. But as usual, we're gonna work our way through it thanks to this lovely air conditioning. So I've taken a moment to cool off. I've got my spring water here. There's that. And I brought my lunch out here today. Those of you that know, this is a crispy crab bowl, and I'm about to devour it and this water. And I would like to thank the gentleman that just gave me, while he saw me struggling to make it up that incline, he gave me this little, he found this out there while him and his son were swimming. Let me sit this down. But he says he usually comes out here and bass fishes. And he told me to try my luck with this. So when I finish my lunch and I get back to it, I'm gonna use that. People that fish and come and spend time on the water are just some of the coolest people. I'm serious. I'm not even playing. Like, it's something about being near this water that, I'm not gonna say makes you a better person, but it helps you. It does. It helps. It really does. It helps the mood. So of course you're gonna be a better person if you're just not miserable and angry all the time. Anyway, yeah, so let's finish this crispy crab bowl that's gonna be gone and empty in a minute. Brought my water, my spring water. I've got some veggie straws. And has anybody tried these? They were calling me, saying my name. And Sprouts. I was a PB&J girl as a kid, but not so much as an adult. But they look so good, don't they? It looks good. And I want to, like I've said in a previous vlog before, prepare myself for hiking. I know, I'm out of shape, I've said it, but we're working on that. But I see hikers that say that snacks like this are good because they don't melt while they're in your backpack. And I'm about to check this in a minute to see how it held up out there in that heat. But the box doesn't feel like super hot or like it should be melted. But yeah, so we're gonna snack on this stuff, re-energize ourselves, finish lunch, drink some water, and get back to it and get some fish. Catch some fish. We're gonna catch some fish today, y'all. It's not gonna take us 2 days this time. Let's pray about it.
Dear 8-pound, 6-ounce, newborn infant Jesus.
Amen.
How you doing?
Okay, we are here by the boat ramp, and let's hope this goes better. Quite a few people over here, quite a few boats out. There was a way to walk around from where I was. Not today. Not today. I'm just walking around here trying to see where I could actually have access to some water. There were some people swimming all the way. I'm gonna turn it around and let y'all see what's going on over here. But I don't know where those people walk down to with their fishing poles to get on the water. You know, doggone well, I don't have to go way over there. Okay, let me check this out, y'all, and see what's what. And I'll be right back. So here's the boat ramp down from the parking lot. And there were some people over there, like a lot of people. When I pulled up, I don't know where they went, but they were all laid out over there, and they're gone now. Now where they walked to, I don't know, because the only place that I can see is there's like a trail up there, but I don't want to do that. It's got to be a better way. And I don't know if I want to go on that ramp this time and fish from there. I don't think that's a good idea. But it might have to be, because the only other way is, I don't know. What y'all think? I can't, that water is very clear. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I don't know where those people walked to. I don't know if they walked around to the other side to where I was before, or if it's somewhere else from down here. I'll do like I usually do, talk to some people, ask some questions, and see from there. I don't know if he's walking down to those boats and jet skis or what, but we'll see. We are gonna figure it out. Y'all, what is that? Like, I've been seeing a bunch of them run through there. Oh, there's another one. It's not a squirrel. Like, I want to go down there to fish, but I was watching my back for the bears and mountain lions on the other side, and now chinchillas or whatever those are going to be all behind my head if I get right there. So I don't know. I gotta make some friends with boats, because look at this incline on this side to get down there to the bank. It's not the going down that is so rough. It is the coming back up that I am dreading. Yeah. All right, I've got some decisions to make. Be right back. Okay, well, we made it safely down. Of course, we are going to pray again that we make it safely back up. And I just feel safer as far as my back for some reason right here, because there are more people over here. And I think the animals will kind of stay away from this area. I don't think this camera is catching like what I had to do to just get down here. And I couldn't video it because I felt like I was gonna break my neck if I did. But come on, let's catch something. We gotta make this whole trek worth it. So let's see. And yes, I know I am over here by the boat ramp, but I'm not trekking all around that edge right there. Like, no, I'm not doing it. So here we are. That guy is brave. He didn't warn me about all these cliffs and things. That's why I didn't go to the original side of this lake that I saw, because it took too much for me to get down there. But now, oh no. No, 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 no. So yeah, we gotta catch something to make all of this worth it. I'll take a bass. I've never caught a bass before. I think we are gonna call this a day. I've caught nothing, not a bite, but I ain't no quitter. So I shall be back tomorrow. Different spot. Maybe this one, I don't know, maybe a different spot. But yeah. All right, y'all, so I tried to hang in here as long as I could. Something I didn't share with y'all is every time I drive up, back down and around that mountain, I end up with a migraine. And I really should have waited maybe a day or a few hours after doing the drive around it to try to come out here and do this like for hours. And I'm not gonna last for hours out here. Like, my head is, yeah, my head is hurting so bad. So I'm gonna climb back up there and get in the air and take some medication and feel better. And we're gonna dust ourselves off once again and try again tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Stick around and we'll catch some fish tomorrow. I feel good about it. I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna cool off. I'm gonna sit still. And then we're gonna come back out here, not after a drive around the mountain and on the road. So let's do that. Yeah. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.
The next day.
Good morning, lovely people. We are back. I am on a creek this time. I drove up near Lassen National Park because it's an area that I've always wanted to come through to. It's actually where I was planning on coming yesterday until the guy told me about a spot closer. So that's why I went to Shasta Lake yesterday, because I was really curious about Shasta. But I did not realize that that area gets so hot. It was 100 degrees yesterday. And here I am thinking, what the heck is going on? You know, I'm used to the heat. Of course, I like my southern heat, the humidity. I love it compared to this California dry heat. I did not know that they get 100 degrees here. Now I know. But anyway, where I am, it's a good 15-20 degrees temperature difference today, here and there. So I am at a creek. I think this will be better, calmer water, less water. There's supposed to be a lot of trout in here. I have never caught a trout in my entire life, so that will be exciting. So come on, let's see what we can do. Let's get a trout, a crappie, a goldfish. Y'all know I don't care. I just want to catch something. But I love already the environment out here. There are people camping further up. I passed by a lot of course, it's a national park area, so I passed by a ton of campgrounds. This particular creek runs for miles, and I almost stopped like closer to where I was, but the water was like really, really moving. Like it was rapidly moving through that area. As you can see, this water is moving, but it's like a still move. So I'm gonna try this first, and then if it doesn't work here, I did pin that location for the other spot, but it's a little more like secluded, and I don't know, they had some picnic tables, but there was nobody over there, and a whole ton of woods. As you saw, what I drove through, that's majority of what it was. And I left yesterday one spot because I didn't want to bother Yogi and all of his friends. Smokey, none of them. Smokey the bear, Yogi the bear, whoever the bear, the Chicago Bears. I didn't want to bother them. So I moved locations, but this is chill. I mean, you're outside, so there are creatures out here, but I'm gonna be smart and not dumb. I know I said I'm not gonna let fear rule my life, but I ain't gonna be no dummy either. If I don't feel comfortable somewhere, I don't care where I am, I'm not gonna be there. So we're here today. Come on, let's catch some trout, y'all. Yeah, a goldfish, whatever. Just catch some fish and enjoy it. That's the best part about it. I enjoyed the ride, of course, but let's enjoy this. I already feel good out here. I feel so much better than I did yesterday. So let's catch some fish, y'all. This water is so clear. Water moving that bait. I don't know if I need to put a bobber on here or not. Y'all know I love a bobber. I just do. I love a bobber. There are some people on the other end down there fishing. It's like a family of 4 people, and the girl, she has a bobber on, and I said, just cast and retrieve, Naomi. Don't do it. At least not starting out. That otter just scared the crap out of me. You see the crawfish? This water is so clear. Oh, there you go. It's on the move. That's a big one too. thought it was just, a harmless snake until I heard the rattles. So we are gonna move. We're gonna keep on kicking. Now I love snakes to look at them, but just not the poisonous ones. So we're gonna leave him alone. Okay, we are moving spots. We have let Mr. Rattlesnake have it. He can have that creek. I was actually gonna move just further down away from like the brush that was in front of me that he was in right there, to a spot that like you could see more clearly, where it was just lake. I mean, not lake, creek, where it was just creek, and either way he could move around. But I was just, moving closer to civilization and people. And as I'm moving my stuff down away from Mr. Rattlesnake to move further closer to like the cars and the parking lot and everything, it was only one way in and one way out on that side that I was on. So as I'm moving my stuff down, guess who comes out of the woods? Bambi's mother or sister or cousin or somebody. A deer comes out of the woods right there on the path. So I'm walking. It startled me because I didn't, I heard it, and then, it's not like I could break out running or jump into the creek or anything. Maybe I could have, I don't know, but that wasn't my first reaction. So I guess it wasn't needed. But a deer came out of the woods and was just standing on the path, just staring at me. So close. I can't believe that deer stayed there even after it saw me and let me walk by. The guy on the other side of the creek, he was like, just keep on walking, because I'm over there talking to the deer at this point. I'm like, hey deer, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not here to hurt you. Don't hurt me. Because I got pictures in my head of some of everything. This brain be churning thoughts and stuff. But I wasn't scared. It was just, it kind of was tickling me, the thoughts that were popping up in my head. It's a lie! And then I just couldn't believe that deer was that close to me and it didn't run off. It stayed and stood its ground. I guess that deer was like, you in my house, which I am. So that's how I looked at that. So I just decided that side was not the side for me. That was the wildlife side. So when I got to the other side, the guy that was over there, he lives in the area, and he said there have been a lot of wildfires lately. And so the wildfires are driving a lot of the wildlife down the mountain closer to towns and the civilization where they usually don't come that often. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. I get it. He said that they have seen and encountered like a couple or a few bears. He said they saw a mountain lion yesterday, and he said quite a few deer. So it wasn't shocking to him. So I was like, okay, noted. Even though y'all know that's in my head anyway. I'm in right now, where I am now at this gas station. I am in Lassen Forest, the national forest inside of it. So this is their home, and that's how I have to think of it. But even with that, I am enjoying it. I'm tickled by it. I don't know if that makes me crazy or what, but it is so nice and peaceful out here, animals and all. I think I'd rather deal with these animals than some of you people. And I kind of mean that in the nicest way possible, if it's a nice way to say it, but I do mean it. I'm serious. Anyway, don't start with that rant, Naomi. Move on. Anyway, so yeah, we let Mr. Rattlesnake and Bambino or Bambina have that spot, Bambina, because it didn't have any horns or anything on it, so female. Anyway, we let them have that spot, and we are coming to the spot down by where the moving water that I told y'all that I passed on my way up there. It's the water is really flowing, so we'll see how this goes. We're gonna enjoy this spot too. It's more coverage, it's out of the sun, and I really, if I catch one fish before I leave, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna try to catch more, and it would have been nice to catch a trout because I've never caught one. I don't know. We'll see. But y'all, I don't know, that encounter with that deer, it's not like it was a mountain lion or a bear, but God really be protecting me. And he has my whole life, the fact that I'm still here. I'm gonna just share this with y'all because it's heavy on my mind. That's what's got me. Like, I'm sitting looking out at the trees and the woods right now at this gas station even, and I was just sitting here thinking about, I was run over by a drunk driver when I was 4 years old, and I spent months in half a body cast. And the older I get, the more I think about that, because you don't survive something like that. Of course, my whole life I've had the aches and pains from it. I had, back pain, knee pain, all of that. Half a body cast. The cast came up to under my breast. All my ribs were broken. Probably not all of them, but I had broken ribs. On my right leg, it went down to past my toes. My toes just peeked out on the right leg. All of that was broken because that's the side that I was hit on. My left leg, it came down to past my knee because all of that was broken on that side. And I had a hole in the middle to pee and a hole in the back to poop out of. And that was me laid up at 4 years old for months. And I just, like, coming out to nature like this, if you've been, I don't know, I feel closer to God when I'm outdoors like this. And it's starting to, I'm getting emotional talking about it. I guess, give me a minute. Give me 1 second. Y'all, I'm back. I took a minute and I have made it to the spot. This is the creek right here that I'm gonna fish at. And I hope that somebody understands what I was saying about just appreciating being here and living. I just want to live to my fullest and best potential. That's where I am mentally right now. That's where I am physically. So that's what I was trying to say. I really want to live the best life that God meant for me. And outdoors in nature right now is what brings me the most peace. It is an adjustment to get used to, but it really does, I don't know, y'all. Get outside and come back to me and tell me how you feel about outside. Bugs, animals, all. It's their neighborhood, it's their home, so we can't get mad when we see them. It's just that I'm gonna be smart about how I go about navigating while I'm out in nature, but I'm gonna be out in nature. And it's beautiful out here. And we're gonna live it to the fullest. Look at all that. Look at that. Beautiful. This is what I mean when I say the water is flowing over here. More than that creek was that we were at. Let's see if I can get this. Look how clear that water is in that spot where the sun is hitting. All right, we are ready. Don't mind my backpack. I am keeping my backpack on for safety reasons. I'm just leave it at that. But I've got people that I've spoken to and befriended on the other side of this bush here. I've got people further down the walkway behind me, and the road is not too far. You can probably hear it from here. So I feel good. There is a beautiful breeze blowing here. This water is lovely, and we're gonna catch some fish. So this is our setup. I have got this rooster tail below a split shot. I'm not sure if this one split shot is gonna work in this current of this creek right now. I'm gonna test it out and see. We will try multiple things, as you know if you've been here. Let's get started. Listen, I am loving this rooster tail already. The action that I can see from over here in the water, when any trout come through here, they gotta take a bite. And then it's kind of rough with the rocks at the bottom of this creek. It's not very deep. I'm kind of getting snagged a little bit because it's a treble hook on the bottom of there, but I feel good. Honestly, I was gonna delete this vlog because I didn't think anybody would want to just watch me keep making mistakes, and I didn't catch anything. But I'm praying that this message reaches anyone in a dark place right now. I have been there and I don't want to go back, so I hope you know you are not alone, and I hope you give yourself some grace. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't need a perfect result to find peace. Sometimes just being in your own company, reconnecting with nature, and letting go of expectations is enough. It's more than enough. So if today wasn't a win, it's okay. Maybe it's a rest day for you. Maybe it's a step towards healing for you. Either way, you're still moving forward, and that is worth honoring. Honor yourself. This has reminded me that it's okay to not always hit my goals. It is okay if I don't win, quote unquote, today. It's okay if I'm not where I thought I'd be. What matters is that I'm still here. You're still here. I'm still moving and showing up. You're still moving and showing up. And honestly, that alone is something to be proud of. Thank y'all for watching.
That's a fight. It's a fight.